Hey, welcome in. Trying to figure out this live stream thing. Can't figure out how to turn the chat on. Where's the chat? Start tuning in, maybe. Is that the chat? I'm trying to figure out where the chat is. Oh, hey, Alec. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me, Alec? Freaking windy as shit out here. Oh, my freaking mic died. Son of a bitch. Oh. Alright, sorry. I wasn't hearing me. My little display is not dropping in. I don't know if anybody else will show up, but I just want to do a couple little things on the 330. I got autocross tomorrow, so I'll give you a little shout or a shot here. So here we got my 330. We got our race wheels on, ready for tomorrow. But one of the things that's always kind of been annoying is those stupid lug bolts. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some lug stud adapters on. These are from Stance Magic. Got a whole big set of lugs and the lug studs. These are just from Amazon. I can throw a link later on. They're actually made in America, which is kind of cool. Pretty hard to find that stuff now. We're gonna kind of do this the wrong way. Ideally, I'd be in the garage up on the ramps or up on the quick jacks, but we're gonna go old school and do it with the floor jack. So what I mean by the wrong way is normally you'd put some jack stands underneath, make sure this is nice and safe, but it's just me. We're on flat ground, parking brake. We're gonna do one tire at a time. And hopefully I bought the right kit. So let me grab my tool real quick. Alright, so the factory lugs on a E46 are 17 mil or 5x120. We got our 17 mil socket. These should come off pretty easily. Yep. Other thing with these, some of these lug studs that I've got, they actually stick in the gun all the time. That makes it kind of a pain in the ass. He's got kind of scratched up this last year. We got one run on him. You can see I get them pretty hot. Got the tread kind of hanging off of them. All right, before we get too crazy in this adventure, let's make sure these are right. So basically you just have an end that goes in where the lug stud used to be, Loctite that in place, then put the new lugs on there. So hopefully it's thread in. And just using a H6 Allen. Oh yeah, that should be good. Take that out. You guys want to use some red Loctite. You definitely don't want these things coming off. You don't have to go crazy with it, just a little dab. Oop. Way too much. Perfect. Get this crap all over my driveway. And then the other side of this coin is these should be long enough to clear the wheels. Have plenty of thread engagement. You're on the ball there, Alec. Yeah, we got up to 4 people. That's awesome. Not bad for my first day. Hey, Alec, while you're there doing nothing, since I forgot, can you Google what the torque spec on these are? Obviously, we could just go Guten tight, but you don't want our wheels falling off. Obviously, if you're ever going to go under a car when you get it jacked up, you want jack stands, throw a tire under it as well. Can't be too safe. Actually had a family member get killed a couple years ago because they jacked up a car, went under it, wasn't supported properly. So I take that stuff very seriously. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna run and grab my torque wrench. All right, we're back. So, just to kind of help with this, since you saw the rotors kind of spinning as I was doing this, just take a screwdriver, stick it in the vanes between the caliper and the bracket, and it'll hold. Make things a lot easier for you. I'm going to say it's probably around 90, 95 foot-pounds. That's, I think, we'll start. Yeah, that's pretty light. I think the regular studs are like 90, 95. This feels good. Actually, that feels a little heavy. I'm going to go back down to maybe 80. I want to start at... Yeah, let me start at 70 to see how it feels. You end up getting that mechanics feel for bolts and hardware. You do this for a while. Yeah, thanks. I think we need to go lighter than that. Go down to 60. And since we're not actually tightening anything, we're not tightening anything together really, we don't have to go on the star pattern. Even 60 feels, I mean, it's fine, but it's just feels a little crazy. Yeah, 60 foot-pounds, that's kind of where it feels. I'm not clicking off quite yet. So yeah, I want to just snap this off while I'm at race day tomorrow. Well, we can always take the M3. I'd rather take this. Other reason I've been looking forward to this is that you probably can't see it, but I'm missing the retaining bolt on this hub. It's snapped off. So when I change wheels over, it's always a pain in the butt when the rotor gets misaligned. I don't think this stupid torque wrench is even doing anything. So there we go. Maybe I got the 60. Need to get me one of those fancy ones. No, man. I had to travel for work the whole beginning of the week. I missed PT for, I don't know, almost a week. So the shoulder was feeling pretty poopy. And went to see the surgeon on Friday. He gave me a cortisone shot, and the shoulder's on fire right now. So I'm just taking it easy. Being underneath it, trying to reach up the whole time to get all to all his bolts. Like, that's not going to feel too good. There's always next week. She does crank over though. She got the old pan off. Everything's nice and clean underneath. I didn't see any rust inside the block. The bores all look good. Spins over real good. So I'm pretty confident that once I get that pan on there and some oil, she'll fire right up. It's a shame that starter went. The starter I pulled off was only, I think it was done in June. So there's only like 3,000 miles on the starter, but got full of water. So she just seized right up. Yeah, I'm using the bad arm, but easy movements are pretty good. It's like all the rotation stuff just makes all the muscles feel like crap. All right, let's see if we can put this tire back on. Get her thing out. Oh, that's so much better than dealing with these stupid lug studs. I had a Audi way back in the day, and I actually had an adapter that you could screw into the lug studs went, and you could hang the wheel. I just never looked for one for this. I'm sure they're out there. So the downside to this kit is they are 19 mil instead of the 17. Hopefully I got enough room. I always like to start lugs by hand, especially these that got paint on them. You want to make sure you get them on straight. You don't cross thread them. I'll still probably run them all up with a gun just slightly, then torque them down. I think I got the right length. So some of these they like poke from the wheel quite a bit. I don't like that look. This is recessed. Yeah, it's even tight with these ARCs. They're just barely clearing the wheel. We're just going to go light. We'll torque them down with a wrench. Hello, Moto. It's going to be a minute. Yeah, let's let her down. That felt pretty good to start. 50. Let's take her up. About 60. Now we'll go 70. I feel good. All right, let's wheel around to the other side real quick. Pardon the noise with the floor jack. Grab my swag bag stuff over here. I'll get you guys set up. So what are all you guys working on this weekend? Anything good? Good projects? Oh, we're up to 9 people. That's awesome. Let's get this raised up here real quick. See, this one's all stuck. There we go. Take a peek at our brakes here too real quick. Did on the other side, but didn't really say anything. They look pretty good. Little mechanic's mirror is a real good way to kind of reach in there. Flashlight, and you can kind of see the inside pad. I just want to keep an eye on that one. That's against the piston, tends to get stuck and wears a little more than the outside one. And a little more Loctite. Get these started by hand. I just thought I'd kind of bring you guys around some of the lighter stuff that doesn't make really good content otherwise, but I figured give you guys a chance. You can ask me anything you want. Yeah. Nice, Alec. You keep busy. I mean, you've got a couple different cars you're working on, doing stuff for Autolite. I absolutely love my Ventus, the Autolite smoke machine. That thing is fantastic. Been a lifesaver diagnosing vacuum leaks. I did a little bit of yard work yesterday as well, getting all the sweet gumballs off the yard, and getting ready to mow for the first time. It's crazy. It's March. You know, I grew up in Buffalo. I spent almost all my life up there, and you don't mow until May, maybe early June. Yeah, you know it. The Ventus machine is fantastic. There's some that are out there that are a little cheaper, but this one by far is absolutely the easiest one to use. Virtually no setup, just plug it in and go. You guys have seen it in some of my other videos. Nice. I have to keep a lookout for that. Make a nice stocking stuffer. Get these things torqued down. I think we felt pretty good around 50. And I lost my socket. There it is. Put the wrong end on. Been doing that a lot lately. Have something already set up and pull it apart, and I put down the wrong thing. Real fun when you're walking through the yard and you got the wrong tool. It is about to wind, guys. We're about 70 degrees today and dropping down 50s tomorrow. So it's gonna be a little cool for racing, but it'll still be fun. You guys, where are all you guys from? Had some yeah, it's beautiful out, man. Shorts and t-shirt. Doesn't feel great laying on the concrete in shorts, but all right, let's get this wheel on. Can't see you doing it that way, so I'll just sit and I straddle the tire and kind of use your legs to get it lined up. That works really well. Then you gotta hold it in place with your shins. Last year I actually mowed my grass in December, Alec. We had one last one to do, and then it got cold. Things froze up down here, but July will be hundreds. What's that, Alec? Oh, the wheels. It's Apex. These are the ARC 8s. These are super light. I think they're like, I don't know, 18 pounds a piece or something like that. That's not bad. They're about $1,000 for the set. These are 17 by 9s, and I run a 255/40 17 all the way around square. A lot different than driving around the autocross course with the stock 225s up front. Go up. And watch my legs. I get about a season and a half out of these tires. They're about $1,200 for the set as well, but I probably did 150, 175 runs out of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just don't do the math on, each run's about 45 seconds times 150 runs, how fast you would actually burn through a set. That's a depressing math skill. All right. Now we got to go around the back. And normally, I would just go under the diff, jack the whole rear end up, but I don't feel like getting my wheel chocks out, so I'm just going to do one tire at a time. I think I'm missing 2 jack pads now. One of those things that every time you go to jack the car up, you're like, oh man, I need to buy those. And I don't. Continentals. For 330, my street tires are actually the DW06s. For the price, excellent tire. They're a little on the more on the highway side though. They're like a 520 tread wear, I think. The M3, it's got the Sport 02s, 300 tread wear. Absolutely love those. They're so sticky when you run over like a gravel section of the road, you can hear every stone kick up. It reminds me of these. Thing to watch with these rear wheels if you're doing spacers or something like that. If you go too long of a lug stud, it'll actually bind up against the parking brake. You won't be able to move the car. I see a lot of people post that. All right. Oh, these pads are getting a little thin back here. The inside one's actually thicker than the outside. This one's probably stuck. So you can see the car's from New York. A lot of rust on this stuff, but the body itself is real clean underneath. It's real clean. Just the exposed metal stuff just rots away. H&R Sport Springs, Bilstein V8 shocks. If you guys saw the blue sway bars, those are Turner Motorsports. I got 30 millimeter solid up front and a 21 mil solid out back. Makes the car really flat, and I really don't feel a huge need for an LSD in the back. Car stays pretty planted. If I got a really long sweeper where I'm on throttle for a while, she'll light up, but most of the autocrossing, I'm good. So the sway bar, it's solid all the way through. A lot of stock sway bars, they look big and meaty, but they're actually hollow inside. Kind of like me sometimes. So having it all solid just is a lot stiffer sway bar. I pick up the front tire on a lot of turns on autocross. Makes for some good photography. Ask me some question, guys. I see 15 of you in there. You want to know about BMWs, your cars, what you guys are working on. Curious to know what you're wrenching on. Hopefully you're doing something this weekend fun. So another common sway bar upgrade on these. The 330 is about the biggest non-M sway bar, but the verts, they get a little thicker rear sway bar. The fronts you can actually use an M3 sway bar, but the rear subframe is different, so you can't use the M3 rear. Just little cheap ways to try to get a little better handling out of it without breaking the bank. Yeah, just factory sway bar links right now, but the backs actually, I'm on, I can't see the bar. I think I'm on the middle setting. To go stiffer, I'd have to get adjustables, but the fronts reach just fine because I'm not super lowered. When you lower the car quite a bit, you'll need different lengths. There's all kinds of aftermarket options. I think you can actually even use like a Camry sway bar. No, an Impala, Chevy Impala, W body. He's torqued. So on this car, I've had pretty much every nut and bolt out, the whole subframe out, all new bushings. The stock setup, top of this rear trailing arm, hard, you guys can't see it, but there's a ball joint up here, and then the stock configuration at bottom is a bushing. You can actually put ball joints up top and bottom. That's actually how the M3 does it. So I did that. M3 trailing arm bushings up here in the front. I actually have to do those on my M3 because they're just totally white. Let's check these again. We'll probably do like one run at the track and re-torque all these. All right. Some room. I've got the parking brake on the back. That's why I didn't have to do the screwdriver trick. So these tires, you can see it's got a it's got an asymmetric tread pattern. So this is your outside. About halfway through the tire life, I will actually switch them inside out. It's not so much for handling, but it's for water, for driving in the rain. And unless it's wet on the track, I don't drive this in the rain. So I get every mile out of these tires. Yeah, they're sticky, man. They throw you in the seat, you pop the clutch. Kind of bummed. I got a little scuffs on these. Probably clay bar them out, but not too worried about it. Wow. We got this one right. So, sorry, squirrel. When you see these on the tires, they're supposed to line up with the valve stem. So basically, when they manufacture the tire, they check basically the balancing of the tire itself, and they want you to line that up with the valve stem for the best possible balance, least amount of weight. The tire shot pretty good on that one. Yeah, I've reused clay, but really it's I think it's really supposed to be one-time use. I can imagine there's all kinds of stuff came off that, but the transformation, Alec, I mean, just absolutely amazing. I think it looks really good. I've used regular clay like you did, and then I've used clay bar mitts as well. My impression is the clay bar, the real clay, it's better for that real deep down dirty stuff. The mitt, it's not as aggressive, takes a lot more effort, and kind of like more of a maintenance type deal. Oh, we gotta change our torquage. Yeah, the mitt is nice just for the light duty stuff. Oh, there we go. One more to go. Wheel it around here. You guys ever see the meme that my neighbors complained about my loud car, so I took my floor jack for a walk? Yeah, I've been tempted. I feel bad when I load up on the trailer at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm changing tires in the driveway. But they just need to have a little sense of humor. So if you guys have been watching the channel, you know I actually do live in an HOA. And it's actually pretty decent. I got really good neighbors. As long as I keep my junk, out of the driveway, keep it looking clean, haven't had any problems. Left a set of tires on the driveway once. Got a little Nancy Graham saying, hey Rob, you left your stuff out. I moved it, no big deal. I really miss our last house. We had almost 2 acres. Couldn't even see our neighbors. There's a farmer field across the street from us. Really, I miss that. We did the neighborhood thing. I got a 13-year-old son, and where we were, it was really difficult to kind of go see friends and stuff. Couldn't ride his bike, so we went in the neighborhood, but we keep talking that we might move, get some property. Downside is the interest rates now suck. Maybe beyond my abilities at the moment. Yeah, thanks, Siri. Exactly. I've had neighbors come around asking me to help them with their cars. My one neighbor I do. I worked on his E30 and his E31. I had that on the channel. That E31, absolute mess when we started. Probably should have been a parts car, but we saved it. Remember, it was had like a bass boat black paint job on it. It was absolutely horrible. And when he got it painted, matches E30. And then drove horrible, ran like crap. We got it pretty well sorted. There's a couple little things. He's got some bushings in the back that he needs taken care of. The steering feel is still kind of crappy. I think we got a worn out steering box on it, so we'll address that at some point. Wow, up to 24 people. Man, that's awesome. Appreciate you guys. Feel free to drop some comments down. Alex working his hardest to keep it moving. I appreciate it. But ask me some questions. What do you guys want to see on the channel? I've been focusing a lot on E46s, and fortunately, a lot of the cars have been part outs, which makes me kind of sad. But somebody else is going to part them, so why not me? But I want to start get you guys some content, not just part outs. Hopefully this coming week I'll have some time. I can get back on the M3 and finish it up. We got a really long episode coming. I think it just fell out. Yep. So I apologize for the delay, but I just want to show you guys as much of the process as possible, and it just takes a while waiting on parts. I got to deal with my shoulder, work travel, all that stuff. Tight now. last one, guys. I hate working on the ground. Do move, we're definitely getting a lift. I'm getting too old for this shit. There we go. Yeah, see if you can find someone that can get you some pictures, Alec. I'm sure there's something on like Marketplace or something like that. You can find, get some really good pictures. That thing cleaned up so well. I love how fuzzy, zippy that thing is. Even though it's that little M10, it still zips. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed with the Harbor Freight stuff. The only thing that I've got the gun, their floor jack, some random tools here and there. They've been pretty decent. The only thing that I've had from them that really kind of sucked, I had a jump box from them. I had to leave it plugged in all the time, and it still hardly ever had charge. Then just stopped taking charge. So, but the impact gun's pretty decent. It's taken off pretty much everything that I need to have it take off. Tore down a B30 the other day, and it didn't like the hub bolt or the crank hub bolt, but did everything else. I think we got him. All right, cool, man. Oh, shoulders. It's not hurting, but she's tired. I think we're about done for the day for that. I still get her loaded up on the trailer. I was gonna fix one of my lights. Kind of bummed about it. It's a brand new trailer. Bought it summer last year, and this light doesn't work. I've got power to it. There's something wrong with the socket itself. I can jiggle the bulb around, and it works. I think I have working the stop, but no turn and no running light. This side works fine. So I bought a set of Hobo Freight lights here. But I don't think I'm gonna get into that today. But it's been an awesome trailer. I really haven't featured it much on the channel because I mean it's just in the background as a workhorse. It's 16 foot. Got the storage box. I put the winch on it. Spare tire mount, which I don't have a spare tire for. I don't really like this coupler. It's a pain in the ass. I'm always like playing around trying to get it to actually seat in. Just one of those things. But love having a backup camera is fantastic. My old one didn't have a camera, so I'd have to get it out 15 times. And if it works, just do it. But this has held up really well. My 330's leaked a little oil on the trailer. Looks like it's on the list of things, but added the tie downs as well. They work fantastic. Got stake pockets to the side. Toe's just so nice and easy. Perfect size for the 330 and M3. But so much crap up as I'm walking around. Show you how many plug bolts I have. Just don't judge me for the shop here. It's actually pretty clean for me. I've been putting stuff in totes, clearing it out, trying to get organized, getting all my tires up on racks. But I have a few lug bolts. That's what happens when you excuse me, part out by 4 or 5 cars. Yeah, we got lots of. So this is the flooded M3. If you guys remember, we got oil painted ready to go. Just got cleaned up underneath. Interior is still all gutted. Still smells a little, which is strange because it's all dry. So once we get it running, I'll probably finish gutting the interior, put the zonator in. But I think that's gonna do it, guys. I was gonna try to do a little bit more. Shoulders just kind of feeling a little poopy, so I'm gonna call it here. I'll clean up, get the car loaded up, and do it 5 o'clock in the morning. I took the glasses off now. I can't see. You guys still hear me? Yeah, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was anything groundbreaking, but just some fun little stuff that you do in the background. Again, thank you all for watching. I'll have some more content up here soon. Let me know if you want me to do another live event.